Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West, where we have all kinds of good news. First, Ted Pharaoh is definitely dead, for real this time. Okay, I realise we never actually saw a body, but I'm pretty sure he's not coming back. Also, we've recovered his Omega level clearance so we can access Cauldron Gemini and capture Hephaestus, and Alva has now joined us, back here at the base.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right.
Let's go and talk to her in person, and unsurprisingly, she's in the archives.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
Or they have, and it's forbidden. There's a lot of forbidden with the Quen.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I've just noticed she keeps going on about this new focus, but she's not using it.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are.
She's still actually wearing the old clunky pre-2050 version of the focus.
I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, Diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
I guess for whatever reason, the developers just forgot to update the character model.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CEO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Pharaoh, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Pharaoh, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CEO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Pharaoh, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobeck an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobeck, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. Right, anyway. Let's go.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Right. Well, let's go and report into Gaia now that we've succeeded in our mission, and we're ready to proceed with the next step. Hang on a minute. That wasn't there before. Gaia?
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths.
Even running diversions, there is precisely 0 chance we're going to stay hidden from the Zeniths for that long.
2 cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobeck, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
That's not going to be a good sign. I mean, Val does like to understate things where Beta's concerned. If he says she's in bad shape, That's a bit like the CO of the Gloucester Regiment at the Battle of Hill 325 during the Korean War, reporting that things were getting a little bit sticky around here,
Aloy.
at the point where his command post was actually being overrun.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Well, we and the entire planet are pretty much screwed if she doesn't, so I'd better be convincing.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. The only way we can end the risk of that happening is by stopping the Zeniths for good. And in order to do that, we have to get Hephaestus. The Zeniths are a threat to everyone, Beta, not just you. So find your courage.
That's easy for you to say.
You still have no idea what they're capable of. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand!
Aloy, Beta has spent her entire life at the hands of people who've tried to force her to do their will. That approach is not going to work with her. You have to show sympathy and understanding.
You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
It seems Aloy and I have a different definition of patience, sympathy, and understanding. Come on, Aloy. You're better than this. Rost, Aloy's foster father from the first game, who raised her when she was outcast as a baby.
You don't have a defect.
He was an outcast too.
Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You're right. I'll only be safe from them when we succeed. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand?
She doesn't want to be taken alive.
Okay. Promise? promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible.
Yeah, because even with the two of them working in tandem, it's still 4.5 hours for the Zeniths to pinpoint the location and respond.
I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Well, it looks like we got ourselves a plan, and we have ourselves a team. Still got a couple of loose ends to tie up first, though. Because, once again, I'm detecting the distinct aroma of endgame fast approaching.
That doesn't sound safe.
Aside from Cauldron Gemini, which we couldn't access until this point anyway, because we didn't have Omega level clearance, there are still a couple of other Cauldrons that I have not yet explored. And there's one right up here in the far northern end of the map. And I haven't seen ones like this before.
The cauldron door, but different. No way to hack it open. I'm gonna have to find some other way in.
Yeah, generally you find a cauldron and the door's right there. You just override it and you're in. But this one, very different. Slightly to the northwest of what, for want of a better word, I'm going to call the cauldron door, is this ravine.
As if the earth split open, fast. Must have been an earthquake.
Whatever it was, it can't have been too recent. There's vegetation growing here, and there's some nesting activity from a couple of burrowers. Yeah, this is looking good.
I wonder where this leads.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder, Aloy. We know where this leads. Now, remember cauldrons? Get you the override codes for machines. As well as a whole bunch of XP and skill points. Welcome to Cauldron Iota.
This must be the cauldron I couldn't get to above. Looks damaged. Earthquake must have hit here too. The core is still intact.
Most of the cauldrons are in more or less perfect working order. Although there are a couple that aren't at their best, but this is definitely the worst condition I've ever seen one in. Where am I going from here? I guess I'm going to have to climb down. Looks a bit hot down there. So how am I getting over there? What the hell is that? Looks like something I'm going to have to climb onto, but how do I get to it? Not seeing any obvious way up, although there is a tunnel over here. Yeah, there's a grapple point up there. So let's have a quick look around here, see if there's any goodies lying around. Oh, alright. Well, let's check this out. So I'm guessing the grapple point that I saw back there was a stash of goodies, but this is the actual way in. Some kind of forge? Yep. Let's take a look-see. Oh, machines. A wheat lasher there. Got it. There's another one. Alright. Let's make sure there aren't any more. That seems to be it for now. Grab their stuff.
Is that a forge? Looks like it's making machine parts.
I'm not sure why Aloy would be surprised to see machinery that's making machinery in a cauldron, because that's what cauldrons are for. How am I getting over there? I guess we're jumping down. See if there's anything over here first that I can climb up onto. Oh, there is a handhold up here. Almost fell. But there's a grapple point here, much safer. More machines. Claw striders this time. These are basically machine velociraptors.
Razor sharp claws and armed to the teeth. That thing's built to kill.
It's suspicious. Yeah. Chew on that. Any more, or was that it? Seems to be it. There's another cauldron door over there, so that's obviously the way I'm supposed to be going.
Those
Anything else around
forges.
here before I commit myself?
I might be able to climb them to get to the other side.
A lot of these frame smelter things appear to oh, hang on, there's a network uplink over there. So what does this do? I mean, I wouldn't have put it here if it wasn't for something important. Oh, it's activated this. Like I'm jumping off to the right. What's this done? Ah. Alright. Yeah, I was wondering about the attachment points on these frame smelters. This is clearly how I get to that door over there. Am I on the correct spot? I'm going to have to jump backwards in mid-air in order to get to the next one.
These things keep moving closer together. One jump might be enough to get me to the next one.
Well, thanks for the hint, Aloy. At least now I am in the correct spot. Just have to wait for them to align. She's looking back, that means I'm ready to go. There it is. Down onto the next joint. Do this again. Come on. Just gotta wait for them to line up. And make the jump. I probably don't want to fall into that. That would probably hurt. And back, and there we are. Okay. Actually, that's breakable, which means there's probably something good in there. So before we open the door, let's go and take a look. I mean, it's probably just a cache of valuables or something.
Broken panels. Maybe I can bust through?
You think so, do you, Aloy? There's not much guess past you, is there? Right, let's get this door open. There haven't been an awful lot of machines in here so far. I mean, a couple of leap lashes, no more than two. One claw strider, and that's... Oh, hello. Doesn't see me. Let's go for the thing that's back. Gotcha. Yeah, relatively little machine activity. Oh, spikes now. Okay, that's a bit bigger. Thorougher, not really a problem. Alright, so a bit more machine activity in here. There's the spike snout. basically a big machine anteater. Oh, that was a big hit. Nearly 3,000 damage. Okay, let's grab the stuff. Still no real indication of how far we are from the core.
That looks like it can get me up to the vent.
What she took... Oh, that. Right. Well, I'm going to take a look through here, though. Might be something in there. Alright, there's an energy shield, but... Is that a tall strider? See if I can get close. Alright. It looks like somebody's fabricating a tall strider in there. Okay. So this is how I'm getting up to the vent. Oh, is it on its way? Yeah, it's on its way there. Yep. Okay. Gonna have to wait for it to reset. Not really a particularly difficult climbing puzzle, just annoying while you wait for it to reset and restart. Plenty of time to get up there, as long as you time it moderately right. And we're up. So where are we going from here? Oh, that'll be it. The cauldron door. Is this going to get us into the core? Because that seems suspiciously fast. Oh yeah, the Tallneck.
So that's what this place is made of. Tallneck. The earthquake must have interrupted the process.
Minus its head. It's jammed. Is this the core? Have a quick look around. It looks like a core. There's a rappel point. That's generally when you access the core of a cauldron. You rappel down and there's no way out until you defeat whatever's waiting for you down there. There's usually a lot more to a cauldron than this. I mean, you're normally in here for 30 to 40 minutes before you even get to the core. Well, let's make sure I'm topped up on ammo. I've got a selection of sharp shot bows here. We're going to go with this one.
Just have to expose the core and get those overrides.
Taking a quick look around before I do anything I can't back out of. There's the access point to activate and expose the core, but usually you then have to fight something. It's just... I don't know. Something just feels slightly off. There's something coming through that door.
Good.
Oh, it's on the other side of the energy shield. Is that a rollerback? That's a rollerback. Those things are nasty. Knocked it over though. Come on. Show me a weak spot I can shoot. That'll do.
Okay, time to get those overrides.
And there's the core. That was suspiciously quick. You're generally in one of these places 30 or 40 minutes before you even get to the core, and that wasn't much of a boss fight.
Time to get some machine guns.
Oh, that was it. There's the machine overlords. Wheat lashes, glint hawks, lance horns, long legs. I mean, these are corrupted overrides. I'll have to finish unlocking them back at the base, but still good. Claw striders, sky drifters, bellow backs. Ooh, ravagers. Snapmores. This is a lot of overrides. Roller backs. But where's the catch? Oh, there it is.
There seems to be a Tallneck blocking this platform. I'll have to find a different exit.
Right. Yeah, this particular Cauldron Iota, is very different from the others that I've encountered so far. For a start, it's more heavily damaged than other cauldrons that I've seen, and also getting to the actual core itself is relatively straightforward. The trick with Cauldron Iota is finding a way out, because the exit's blocked by this incomplete Tallneck.
Looks like there's room underneath the core. Squeeze through.
Yeah, generally you expose the core, you get your machine overrides. I probably don't want to fall into all that coolant. Although maybe it won't kill me. It looks like I'm jumping. Oh, maybe back, maybe down, maybe over to that. Oh, whatever. Yeah, but generally you expose the core, you get the overrides, and then the platform. Whoa, that was close. The platform that the core's on rises and takes you out, and that's not happening here. So where am I going? Oh, looks like a fairly obvious way. Yep, there we go. Another cauldron door. Yeah, I thought things were a bit too straightforward in this place. So this is clearly the challenge with Cauldron Iota. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Whoa, just made it. Now I need to get up there onto the next one before this one retracts, and then again, and we're... Whoa, nearly... We made it.
Again.
No, let's not do that again. There's another machine up there. Let's switch back to my sharp shot bow for those juicy one-shot weak spot kills. Fire canister? What was that? Well, it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. There's some goods in here. We'll take those. Not a lot there, but whatever. I guess we keep going up. Oh, what's... No, I thought it was a machine. It's another network uplink. It's probably going to make a bridge across. Yep. But there's an energy shield over there. I mean, that's leading back into the core. There's the Tallneck. But I can't get through the shield. There's a way up over here though. I'm going to have to work the way around, and I'm not sure why, but this is clearly the way to go. There's another cache here, I'll take that. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tricky.
Should get me across.
Yeah.
Right.
If I time it right. So I'm going to need to wait for them. Okay, it's about to reset, so I need to wait for it to reset, get to the top of this one, jump across to the next one, and then jump from that. You get the idea. Come on then. Let's go. Don't have all day. And go. And up. Jump across. Up to the top of this one. It's about to reset. Come on. Come on, let me jump. It's not letting me jump. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's probably fatal. Yeah, there's a lot of electricity down there. But I made it over. That was bizarre, because I was in the right spot and I was looking at the correct bit. And yeah, I definitely don't want to fall down there. But it wouldn't actually let me jump. Which is weird, because it did look like I was in the right spot. I mean, sometimes these context-sensitive jumping puzzle game mechanic type things, they just kind of glitch out. Anyway, this thing's about to reset, so we're going to go again. I'm going to try to get over to the next vent panel earlier. I shouldn't have to climb all the way to the top of this one. I should just be able to jump up from about halfway over. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but why not? Should be able to make it from... Yeah, I can make it from here. There we go. Now up to the top of this one. You can see where I need... Oh, actually, I can just jump from here. Ha! Okay. Yeah, because the time limit is pretty tight if you go all the way to the top and jump from there.
Across is up.
I've not seen this kind of climbing puzzle before. There's generally something new in each and every one of these cauldrons. They're very rarely just... Well, they're never, in fact, cut and pastes. Oh, this is bad. This isn't good. Yeah. Yeah, the cauldrons are never just cut and paste to previous cauldrons. There's always a different type of puzzle or a new puzzle mechanic in each one. And jump across. think I'm going to have to ride this one as far up to the top as I can. No, I'm going to have to jump soon. Very soon. That'll do. And we've made it. And that looks like a rappel point down up ahead. Probably means trouble.
That's why the Cauldron won't release the Tallneck at the core. It's missing its head. If I can attach it back to the body, I can unblock the exit.
Let's go. Probably machines down here that I'm going to have to deal with.
I guess Hephaestus was busy.
The Ravager cannon on its back is a big weak spot. And it's also a weapon you can pick up and use against others. Oh, okay, didn't kill it, but it did knock it down, which means I should be able to close the distance and get in. Score a critical. There it is. Stuff. Oh, careful, don't want to drop off the edge. Oh, it's just a burrower. Oh, wow, okay, that's the first time I've not one-shotted a burrower with a sharp-shot bow in a long time. Alright, took it out with a second. Wait, hang on a minute. Something's still got me spotted. What is it? What is it? Oh shit, it's behind me, isn't it? It's... yes, it is! You sneaky little bastard. Okay. Well, we'll grab the stuff, and it looks like there's a breakable window behind me. And we've got more useful stuff in it. And I think I saw something on the focus over to the right as well. Yeah, I can smash that. I'm not using sharpshooter. I want it. Those things are expensive. Hunter bow it is. What do we have in here? There's some loot, and I think that's... yeah, that's all. Okay. So there was something over to the left. Although the game seems to want me to... There's a climbing spot up there. Why? I mean, I realise I'm supposed to... Oh, maybe this is how I get onto the Tallneck head. There's a quest marker saying, go that way, you idiot.
This should get me to the head.
Yep. So I'm going to have to wait for one of those drones to come through, jump onto that, and then drop from that onto the Tallneck. Oh, there was more... Oh, you know what this... the focus, when I was looking to try to find out where that last machine was, did indicate something over to the right.
I can drop down if I time around.
But whatever, don't care. I'm kind of committed now.
Now!
Okay. Looks like that's jammed. And then we ride this all the way to the Tallneck. Yeah, this has been a fun cold. Oh shit, machines. Can they see me up here?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Company.
they can see me up here. Alright. Oh, and they have ranged attacks. Keep moving, try to dodge them. There's another one over there. Actually, there's more than one. They're heading over to try to cut me off as I pass over. Oh, that looks like... I can't remember the name of the machine. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Right, yeah. Let's take out the Ravagers and the Burrowers. And that thing, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically a crab. It's a transport machine. It's got a massive resource container on its back, which is the first thing I went for because it's a weak spot. But it puts up a shield, as you can quite plainly see. Its claws are weak spots, though. I can just hit the bloody things. And no, need to move. Whoa, careful! I don't want to fall over that. That would probably not be survivable. Come on, hold still, you big metal bastard. Right, got it. Okay. Shell walker. That's what they're called. They're basically robot crabs. Now, I fell off the Tallneck head. Is that going to be a problem? Actually, it kind of looks like it went through a shield that I wouldn't have been able to follow anyway. So maybe I was supposed to dismount from the head in order to get through back to the core. It doesn't look like there's a way. Yeah, there's an exit up, well, here. Oh, quickly, before it resets. Made it. And over to the right. Look like, yeah, there's a door up there. And a grapple point. This should get me back through to the core. Because I was planning on just riding the Tallneck head all the way through, but it looks like it passed through an energy shield that wouldn't allow organic matter through, so I was probably always going to have to come up here anyway. Oh.
It's in place. That guy's fixed. That metal arm's keeping it in place. Maybe if I override the Tallneck, the shockwave will break it free.
It turns out that Cauldron Iota is, well, it's basically 2 for the price of 1. It's not just a Cauldron that you can unlock and obtain a whole bunch of machine overrides. It's also a Tallneck site. Now, you might be thinking, well, yeah, Jingles, look. I mean, obviously it's a Tallneck, but I mean, other Tallnecks are already out there in the wild wandering around. The challenge is getting to the top of them and...
There's nothing.
Well, doing this. I've never had to do one inside the cauldron where it's being constructed before in order to get out of the cauldron. This should reveal the map. Well, it's cleared the obstructions, and now I guess I just ride the Tallneck out.
It worked!
And there it is, Cauldron Iota complete. I'm just going to enjoy the view here because it is very, very pretty. Yep.
Feels good to breathe some fresh air again. View isn't too bad either.
I have to agree, the view from the top of the Tallneck is always fairly spectacular, and this is probably one of the prettiest I've seen. So that was Cauldron Iota, and a new Tallneck. And while we're on the subject of cauldrons, I'm not going to be able to put this off any longer. I'm going to have to do Cauldron Gemini. Get Hephaestus contained, and then attempt to take the fight to the Zeniths. And that will be coming up in the next episode. In the meantime, hope you've enjoyed this one. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.